How's it going, everybody? Well, welcome back to Screen Hype, and let's talk Stephen King's It. So, It was written by Stephen King in 1986. It's about seven kids who are part of a club known as the Losers Club, who are hunted by this being who exploits fears and phobias to scare its victims while disguising itself as a clown to lure his victims in. It takes place in 1960 as well as 1990. It takes place when the characters are all kids, and then when 30 years later when they are adults. It was made into a three-part TV miniseries in 1990, and I'm just gonna say that it was horrifying. It's extremely scary. It might not be so much scary, but it's more creepy. Like the whole time I was watching it, I felt like I had this feeling like something was watching me. It was just felt weird watching it. It was creepy. So if you get scared easily, this might not be for you. Now, they are remaking this. As we know, anything ever made is going to be remade, but they're remaking it for 2017. September of 2017 is what they're shooting for a release date. Now, the remake is going to be in two parts. The first part is going to take place in the 80s, the late 80s, and then the second part is going to take place in present day. So most likely what I get from this is going to be a two-part movie. The first part they're shooting to release is September 8th of 2017, and then the second part will most likely be released early 2018. Now they are aiming for an R-rated movie, which they should with this because it's supposed to be terrifying. So originally the director was going to be Cary Fukunaga, and he was going to make a more dark and gritty version of the movie, but he has been replaced with Andres Muschietti, who is going to do a less dark version, but it's still shooting for an R rating, so it will still probably be scary. So that being said, Will Poulter and Bill Skarsgård, they were both the choice to play Pennywise, who is It. They both were being looked at for the part, but when Cary Fukunaga left as director, Will Poulter decided to leave because he wanted to do the more scary version, the darker version, but when they changed directors, he decided to leave, which gave Bill Skarsgård the part instead. As for the kids in the remake, it's going to be FInn Wolfhard, which we know from Stranger Things, Jaden Lieberher, who we know from St. Vincent. And those are really the only two names that I recognize for the kids, at least. There's going to be Nicholas Hamilton, Sophia Lillis, Wyatt Olaf, Jeremy Ray Taylor, and Chosen Jacob. As far as looks, they seem like they will suit the characters perfectly. The only part about the cast that I kind of have a problem with, I shouldn't say a problem, but not for the movie, but for the actor, is Will Wolfhard, because he played Will in Stranger Things, so, he was kind of like this nerdy kid. So he's kind of playing the same character now. Thing I'm going to look forward to in him is if he can play a different character, if he can play the same kind of role but develop a new character. Because what he doesn't want to do is get typecast to this specific role. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. If he does, then it'll just be harder for him to find different kind of movies as he grows up, if he gets typecast this early on in his career. So that's really the only thing about the cast that I kind of have a problem with. I don't want to see him get typecast so early in his career because he did such a good job on Stranger Things. I know he's going to do a fantastic job on It. I just hope that he can develop a new character and not use the same one he did as in Stranger Things. Also, today they did release a high-res pic of Pennywise, his full costume, so I will leave a link in the description to that if you want to check it out. It does look pretty scary. It looks more dollish than anything. It looks like they wanted to show that the clown Pennywise has been around for centuries, and his costume is kind of from way, way long ago rather than like a present day kind of clown look. So overall, I think the cast looks great. I think the director, he's going to do a fantastic job. They did say that the director changed a few parts of what Cary Fukunaga wrote when he rewrote the script. He said he changed a few parts, but for the most part, it's going to stay the same, so that's going to be good. The two-part, I don't know how I feel about the two-part. I think it would be kind of hard to fit the whole story into one movie, so I guess 2 parts would be probably better. I think they said for the first part that it's going to be when they're kids, the second part is going to be when they're adults, kind of like how the miniseries was. But overall, it looks like it's going to be a great movie. It looks like it's going to be a horrifying movie. So if you like scary stuff, definitely this is probably going to be one you're going to want to go see. Stephen King is always, he's got some creepy stuff out there. Alright, so that's all from me. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And follow my social media. It will be in the description down below. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, leave a comment, tell me what I can do to improve. And like always, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a good movie is worth 10,000. Thanks for watching.